Finding the diamond in the rough of the lives of the rich and famous. Finding the diamond in the rough in the lives of the rich and famous. What do you mean? Alright, what I mean is that even though these people are rich and famous and their lives are terrible, alright, there's still moments of happiness here that you want to hold on to, that, people will look back on with fondness even after they're completely free and happy. Oh, I see. Okay, and how will we find these diamonds in the rough? Alright, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to imagine as vividly as we can life among furniture, coasters, and other people who have lots of furniture and coasters, alright? Life among the rich and famous, what it could be like. We're gonna improv that, alright? We're gonna imagine that. Hey, come here, look. Oh, what's that? Well, it looks like some new furniture. Where should we sit? Alright, you're back. Okay, so while you were on your break, I had some people come by and set up the props for us. We got a table and 2 chairs. We're going to start imagining life as the rich and famous. Alright, you ready to start? I guess so. Alright, and action. Why don't we do this, Miguel? I'll be sitting at the table in the morning and you'll come down to breakfast and we'll talk about, furniture or something. Oh, wait, okay, yeah. Well, good morning, Gabriel. Good morning, Miguel. How did you sleep?
I slept very well because the bed is really, really big. It has very ornate ornamental designs. And it has bedposts and a canopy. It's really beautiful. My decorator said it was, so I believe it was. So how did you sleep?
Well, I slept very well because I was surrounded by really beautiful furniture. Like antique furniture that's worth a lot of money, and I could describe the transaction for you, like how we bargained and how we negotiated on price. That was a significant event in my life that I managed to save money on the purchase of this antique table that helps me sleep well at night because I fall asleep knowing that I have a really expensive table I got kind of on the cheap.
Well, Gabriel, that sounds really interesting. Little Wolf, this is not working for me.
Alright, what do you mean it's not working for you?
If I have a lot of money, why would I spend time sort of negotiating and bargaining and arguing with somebody just to save a little bit of the money if I've got a lot of it?
Alright, look, we're trying to understand how rich and famous people live, alright? Just imagine that it's important to them.
But why should I imagine that? I mean, I really believe that Gabriel was right when he suspected you of trying to convince us subconsciously never to become famous so that you can take all the fame.
That's what you think, huh? You think that, come up here, Miguel. You think that's been my purpose? To garner fame and yank the laurels off the top of your heads and put them on the top of my head so I got like a stack, like Bartholomew Cubbins. I'll have all the laurels on my head. Is that what you're saying?
Every time you make us play a scene where we're rich and famous, it's always something really terrible, that some kind of life that I would never want to have. Is that really the way all rich and famous people live?
We're trying to get at the essence of things here. This is existential, all right? This is experimental film. This is not the Tavistock Institute, all right? My purpose is not to brainwash you. I'm not trying to get you to think a certain way. I'm trying to examine the situation together with you.
Well, okay.
Places, everyone? Take 2, 3, whatever.
Oh, well, Gabriel, you say that you managed to bargain down the price of some antique furniture. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I told you that already.
Well, I'm trying to make conversation.
Oh, well, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that the other day. We were driving in a car, and it was a really nice car with nice leather seats that but also that they have heaters in them, like what it's called, that it heats up, and then that it's got lights, like disco lights in the back. And so when we go somewhere like to bargain for furniture, we can listen to disco music and dance to it or something. I don't know. This is so hard for me, little wolf. All right, what is hard for you? You're telling me I'm supposed to have all this stuff and be really happy that I have it, and that sort of makes my life better. And so I think about that, and I try to imagine what that could be. But even like a big limousine with a disco ball or something, that's not for me. How could I can't even pretend that could possibly be interesting to me. Once again, we're looking for diamonds in the rough, okay? We're trying to find out that even among the hell, okay, of luxury, that you'd be able to find something there that would justify its existence. Let's try something a little different, guys, all right? This is what we're going to do, okay? So we're going to imagine that you're already really rich and famous, and you have been for some time, but then you decide to go back to your old haunts, namely Wolf's Corner in this apartment, and revisit it and reminisce and just see what it's like to be back in the old neighborhood. Wow, look, Miguel, it's our old room.
Whoa, remember, we had some really great times here. I remember a lot of things that happened here.
I do too, wow. It's the couch that we always used to film on.
Whoa, this is a place where Little Wolf used to sit and yell at us from, remember?
Oh, yeah, he used to yell at us all the time, I remember. All right, enough of that, come on. I am not important here. What's important is reminiscing. Wow, here's the table that we used that one time for those skits, you know, when I was on the date.
Yeah, when we were imagining what it would be like to be rich and famous.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was funny because we couldn't figure out what it would really be like.
We tried to imagine what it would be like, but we couldn't imagine exactly what it would be like.
All right, Miguel, and so how are you going to cover now? I mean, if it's really true that you couldn't imagine back then what it would be like to be rich now, and if you're not really rich now and you're actually back then imagining what it will be like to be rich, how is your imagination faulty? And how are you going to know that if your imagination is supposed to be faulty right now?
Well, I didn't think through all of the logic.
I think, Miguel, maybe we could just kind of focus on maybe reminiscing.
Yeah, well, let's just reminisce. Like, whoa, Gabrielle, look at this, the corner where we used to sleep all the time.
Yeah, wow. It's really small, but I remember that it was like heaven.
Yeah, it was really nice, wasn't it? You know, that's the most valuable thing that I have now.
What's that?
My memories of our life here.
That's where we made our first two really big movies, remember?
Well, yeah. You mean like the movie we're in right now?
All right, okay, what do you mean the movie we're in right now? Look, that doesn't mean... You can't say that. You can't say that. You're breaking the fifth wall. Well, I don't know what wall you're breaking. You're breaking the wall between times. You can't make reference to the film you're in now, all right?
Why not, Little Wolf? I mean, if you want us to pretend like we're in the future coming back to visit where we used to live, why can't I imagine that in the future we will watch this movie that we're making right now, and it will bring back a lot of beautiful memories of when we made this movie that we're watching right now. I mean, we're making it right now, but we're also watching it right now in the future and remembering what I'm saying right now. Can't we do that?
Yeah, that seems kind of interesting, Little Wolf. That seems like experimental. Why can't we do experimental film like that? 'Cause you're not talking just about film. You're talking about time travel. You're appealing to yourselves in the future. It's a direct appeal to yourself.
Well, why can't I do that?
What do you want to say to yourself in the future?
Hello there, Miguel. I'll bet you that you haven't aged. Maybe you look even better. But you'll be watching right now, and I just want to say hello, and don't ever forget how happy you were. I hope you're still happy like that, and if you're not, then just remember, and then you can be happy again. And if you're even more happy, then maybe you can invent a time machine and come back and travel to our time and teach us how to be happier, although we're pretty happy already.
Yeah, we're pretty happy, so we hope you're happy. Say hello to me in the future. I guess I don't have to tell you that. You'll do that anyway. But say hello to, John in the future, and Miguel, and Little Wolf, and Rabbi, and Teresa, and everybody in the future.
Yeah, we hope that you have a good life in the future, too.
Maybe you'll be able to come back and visit us.
Please come back.
Do you think they'll appear?
What do you mean?
Well, if we're asking them to invent a time machine and come back and visit us, well, then they should appear right now.
I don't see.
Teresa, look around. Do you see us? Like with long beards?
Well, maybe with beards, or maybe different clothes. Maybe we have more fashionable clothes in the future.
I would hope. You think so? I think your shirt is really nice.
I like your shirt too. It could be more fashionable, maybe, but I'm not judging you. So where are we?
Why didn't we come back? Maybe we're really busy right now.
What do you mean right now?
Well, I mean, whatever it is in the future that we're watching, maybe we're busy doing something else at the same time, and so we can't, like, hop into a time machine and come back right away.
What are you talking about? We have a time machine in the future, even if we're busy at some moment in the future, we'll find some other moment in the future when we can come back. And even if there's no moment in the future where we have any free time, we can travel back to a time when we did have free time, like right now, and we can just, from that time, have some free time to come back in time to visit us right now.
Oh, you're right. That's pretty logical. So where are we? Stupid we! Where are we?
What is wrong with you, Miguel of the future?
Why aren't you fulfilling our request? Why do you not like me anymore?
Why don't you love me anymore? I love me now. Why wouldn't you love me then? I love you then, I hope. I hope I still love you, or will love you, or I hope so.
Well, yeah, why would you not love yourself in the future?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I didn't even bother to come back in time to visit myself now, then something's wrong. Well, why am I so inconsiderate to myself?
Well, maybe it's dangerous to come back, in time and visit yourself in the past.
Dangerous? What?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you'd be tempted to give yourself some information that would kind of change your life in an unpredictable way. It would be good to have all that knowledge. You might act on it in the wrong way. Maybe there's things that are supposed to happen, and if you try to avoid making them happen, or if you take them for granted that they're going to happen no matter what you do, maybe you could do something that would, like, create a mistake. I mean, it wouldn't change the future, but it might make sort of the path to that future a little bit, wobbly.
Wobbly? You like we would fall down?
We might fall into the abyss.
The abyss.
The abyss.
The abyss.
All right.